There are a lot of little things in Scripture that I think about a lot, and one of those is in the context of King Hezekiah. And what the Scripture says about him, that at one point in time, God left him that he may try him, that he may know all that was in his heart. And those phrases are very interesting to me. Now, the context of this is important, obviously, because context is always important. You take a text away from its context, and you're left with a con, and we don't want to do that. So, King Hezekiah had been sick. He was a good king. He had been sick. God told him he was going to die. He prayed for mercy. God gave him 15 extra years. Immediately after that is the context of this passage of Scripture, that God left him. Okay, so let's consider this. God took his protection away from him and his guidance away from him. He let Hezekiah make a decision on his own, that he may see what the character and conduct of his heart actually truly was. Okay? And so, after he had had victory, after he had blessing, and after he had had healing, what was he going to do with these things? So, there were ambassadors from the Babylonian Empire that came to visit and to give gifts to Hezekiah and said, we heard that you were sick and that your God healed you. And this is the context of this. God left him in this instance. This was the trial. And so Hezekiah took these ambassadors all across Jerusalem, showed them, the armory and the temple and the storehouses and all the gold and the riches and treasures and all these different things. He is showing all the secrets and the blessings, the wealth of this nation to an enemy nation. It's not a very wise thing to do. So as a result, obviously, God sends Isaiah, the prophet, and Isaiah tells him, because you have done this, this same nation is going to come and going to take captives, in the future. They're going to take over the nation. And Hezekiah essentially says at that point, as long as it doesn't happen in my lifetime, I don't care. He was complacent about it. So this was what was in the heart of Hezekiah. And it just humbles me when I think about it, that even a good king, the praying king, the king who had had so many deliverances, so many victories, so many good things brought about in his life, he was capable of really, really ridiculous stuff without the guidance of the Lord. So that teaches me that I need to be really dependent on the Lord and say, Lord, teach me. Lord, show me. Lord, guide me. Lean not to thine own understanding, right?